Reservation for Me. Today I have my cousin, Dymond. She's my second guest, so the previous video I had my boyfriend, so now I have Dymond here. I also did a video with some of my friends. I hope you please check out that video. Follow her at CEO Dymond on Instagram. She's
CEO Dymond and on Twitter.
And she's launching a fashion brand, so stay tuned for that and follow her and keep up with that.
Yes.
Okay, and again, follow me, follow the page, like, comment, subscribe. So let's just jump right into it. So today we're going to be talking about beauty standards and the industry's perception of beauty.
Okay.
So I think the first thing is we both live in LA. We're both from LA. Well, we're not from LA, but we're actually two transplants of LA. So You've been here how long?
Since March.
And
a week before COVID started. That's when I moved here.
And I've been here 3 years.
Drink today.
So yes. So we are still new here to LA. We already have our own ideas and theories coming from a different areas. So what do you think is like one of the biggest issues with the beauty standards in LA?
I think the biggest issues with beauty standards in LA is that people aren't being authentically themselves. We all have flaws. A lot of us, we know how to own those flaws. For a lot of people, it's hard to own, and so instead of learning how to cope with those things and love yourself, love the skin that you're in, people feel like, well, hey, if I have the money or if I can figure out, how to get the money for these things, I can just buy what I need. I can buy the lips, I can buy the boobs, I can buy the butt. And I think the beauty standards are really like influenced by music industry.
Instagram, really Instagram, like the Kardashians. They've set the beauty standard. I don't know how that happened, but everyone wants to look like a Kardashian or a Jenner, which is the same thing.
And what's just crazy too is because I feel like even the Kardashians, which I actually like the Kardashians. A lot of people don't. I actually like the Kardashians.
They're cool.
I like them. I just feel like though, even the Kardashians though, they're still going through their own things that they don't like about themselves or their bodies. They just probably never share those things.
Well, that's why they changed their bodies and their face, because they weren't happy.
And but what I'm saying is I'm sure that there's still ongoing issues with things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You still keep seeing subtle changes.
So what I'm like even trying to get to the point is even you may buy the butt to change it, but then you buy the butt, now you don't like the way that your waistline is. So it's never one thing that you have to just learn how to do is just love yourself and love the skin that you're in. So that's like my whole perception about the beauty industry. It's just love yourself, love the skin that you're in. Your body's never going to be perfect. Like I just started noticing stretch marks on my body. I gained like 10 pounds during quarantine. Now for a lot of people, they're like, girl, you're still small, it's nothing, whatever. I think I still look good, but I'm like, wow, I've never experienced this before. But by me loving myself, I can accept that.
Yeah, I noticed my first stretch mark senior year of high school, so I'm past the stretch.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm
lying. Not my first stretch mark, and I said that wrong. Cellulite.
Oh yeah, my cellulite is a whole other story.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Cause stretch marks, I've been had stretch marks. I think everybody has stretch marks, whether you're small. Cellulite. That was when it hit different. I'm like, okay, I gotta start working on my legs, cause that's something that I can fix.
It is genetics for me. Like I get it from my mom. I can't.
She get it from her mom.
Okay, so with LA, I guess it's kind of not about. This is more about the industry. Like, why do you think it's so much more about like what you can do for me as far as building connections with people out here? It really is kind of like all over, but it's really big here.
I just think the world is a give or take. It's a give or take world. It's not even just LA. I think it's just like give or take. I give you this, you give me that. You know what I'm saying? You get what you give. You know what I'm saying? You reap what you sow. So I feel like all of that comes into the industry, but I think it's really worse in the industry where it's because instead of building genuine relationships with people, instead of being authentic, people are more so prevalent to just be like, oh, he's a photographer, or oh, he's that rapper, I want to be in his video, let me go over there, let me fix my chest. Not even just with females, but even with guys, like, oh, he's a manager with such and such, let me go buy a chain, because if I buy a chain, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking like this, so now I'm 10 times more likely to get recognized by this person because I want them to put me on, instead of just going to talk to a person, building a relationship, being your most authentic self, you know what I'm saying, building credibility about who you are, you know what I'm saying. So I just feel like this industry, this environment, this city and this state, people are just, they want to know, hey, look, you do what? You're a doctor? Oh, you're a doctor. What do you specialize in? Oh, can I get a discount?
Yeah, they don't.
Like, instead of just, hey, ask me to lunch. After lunch, invite me somewhere else. Then be like, well, yeah, I'm actually contemplating, maybe I need a discount. Then maybe that could happen through, but just, I don't know, building relationships is very fundamental. And a lot of people here just, they'll build the relationships, but it's based off of what they want people to do for them.
Yeah, I just think it's just so about like, but I mean, I will say it does kind of motivate, I feel like, us a little bit more though, because it's just like we want to be that person that people, I don't know if it's a good motivation or bad, but I feel like it motivates us to want to be that person that people like want to latch on to, like. But I mean that puts us in a position where we can be like, we can tell they're trying to using us for whatever. So for me, it motivates me to want to be that person, and then just I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, like
I get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from.
I just use it as motivation because I don't know. I would love to be that type of person that people did kind of want to latch on to.
Yeah, no, I respect that and I get that, because when you get there one day, people are going to, want to do everything to get in your presence. And I just feel like also though, I have a very discernment spirit, so I see right through it. Even when people want to, like, guys, they want to talk to me, like, you know, whatever it is that they want, I have that discerning spirit where I'm like, I'm going to shut you down right there. Like, what's up with the what's up, you know? And that's just being real. Like, if you really just want to get a deal out of someone, like, if I just really want to work with you just because I like your work, but I really don't care about you as a person, which is, it sucks to say, I'm going to be straight up about that. What's your prices? I'm going to pay for you for it. If I can't pay for you for it, hey, if I can't afford to pay for you because you're just so expensive, hey, can I pay for that thing? But can we collaborate on this? You know what I'm saying? Can we? But I don't know. I'm just not a.
And even with friend groups, so people like friends sometimes get upset if you're like, you can't just always be like going out and like just like just in different areas. I just feel like people get upset if you're just like they want people who can just always be out, always be on, always be doing this, always doing that. It's just like.
But that's always about boundaries too.
Yeah.
That's all, because that's about boundaries, because like for me, like I don't even drink and do stuff like during the week. That is my sacred week to myself, to just work and do what I do. On the weekends, today's Saturday, whoop whoop. So, you know, I may come out, I may turn up, I may have fun, you know what I'm saying? But that's just about setting boundaries. So if you want me to go to this party on a Wednesday, I'm gonna let you know, like, hey, 98% of the percent, 9 times out of 10, I probably can't go, and you can't get mad at me for that, because those are boundaries that I've set with myself. So I feel like that's just a boundary.
Yeah, I feel like I've lost a lot of friends because a lot of my friends like to go out and like do the most, and I'd rather, but it's like, it's kind of like with LA, I feel like you always have to be like out and be on, and like with me sometimes I'm kind of more like reserved, and like sometimes I just want to be at home. I'm a homebody and like introverted, and like when you're like that, sometimes it is hard to make friends.
It is definitely hard, especially during a pandemic. But
yeah, and speaking of the pandemic, like I've reached out to some of my friends, because it's like all of my friends out here are from LA, so like it's fine for them to be at home and be with their family. Like for them, this is the life. But like for me, like I've reached out to like some of my friends out here. I was like, thank God for you, because you like to go out. But like, I've reached out to some of my friends out here, and they're literally just like, and I told them like, yeah, I'm like feeling kind of sad, I'm feeling kind of depressed, like I just need to get out, I need to do something with friends, and they'll just be like, yeah, well, I'm still scared, I can't go out, but like, you know, they're doing stuff. They just, and so they kind of hurt, like it's stuff like that kind of is bothersome, but that's LA.
That's LA.
Like that shows you like when it comes down to like I'm feeling like this type of way, like it shows you who's really.
But that's what I was gonna say. Those aren't your friends, and that's just on period. And if you're watching this and you are one of those people, I'm dead serious.
Well, yeah, I know people like that.
No,
like they could even say like, well, let's socially distance to do something. Let's wear masks and go to the park. Like they could have said anything, but their only response was just like.
My grandma always telling people make time for what they want to make time for. So pandemic or not, you know what I'm saying? We could sit and watch Netflix together as friends. I'm done with you. But we could sit on opposite sides of the couch, still watch Netflix, talk
with the mask on, or we could go to the beach. But like when you just automatically shut it down, it's just stuff. But again, I guess
I make your friends.
But I'm saying, but still, it is a pandemic, so you have to be mindful of like people's fears and stuff. That's the only thing. It's like it's tough though.
I mean, yeah, I guess whatever.
Whatever.
What's the next question?
If I was a little sexy guy, I bet they'd be. Okay, next question. So what are beauty standards to you?
Beauty standards to me, I necessarily don't even think, first of all, there is really no such thing as a beauty standard. And I'll say this because I have friends that don't wear no makeup.
And they're gorgeous. I'm sure they're gorgeous.
And they're beautiful with or without it. I have friends that wear no weave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wear weave. There's times where I don't.
She
you know what I'm
doesn't
saying?
wear weave.
No, seriously.
That was your natural beauty.
Yeah, but I literally just stopped wearing weave probably in 2018. But I used to wear it from 2013 to 2018. I wore weave.
And you didn't even need to.
And it was just, but that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. The beauty standards for everybody is different. Beauty standards for me, I don't necessarily have a beauty standard because it's really just kind of like how I feel. Like, when Beyonce say, I woke up like this. Like, if I wake up and I'm feeling like today, I woke up, I was like, it's a no makeup day because it's hot outside. But I'm going to put these lashes on because I don't want to look crazy. So my beauty standard for me is like having a simplicity look, but like still being a little smooth with it. So I'm going to put the lashes on. Do my edges. That's, you know.
I do believe there are beauty standards.
You do?
There's absolutely beauty standards in the industry and like.
Oh, in the industry.
Just in general.
Okay.
But there are beauty standards in the industry as far as when we turn on the TV, we don't see too many people that look like us.
Okay.
So
I thought you said my beauty standards.
No, just in general. What do you think what are beauty standards to you, like just in general?
Oh, to me for the industry?
Just like when you turn on
for the industry per se?
In America. In the whole world, really.
I would say you gotta have that Coke bottle frame. I say, you gotta have a little lace front. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, the little dip nail polish, your regular nails, it's really not even acceptable. Oh, that's
counting to 3.
It's not even acceptable. You gotta have the long nails. You know what I'm saying? What 21 Savage say? Your girl's boobs is hard. My girl costs a dub. Gotta have the dub boobs. Designer. Beauty standards means designer. Beauty standard means Birkin bag. Beauty standard means Gucci, Chanel. Beauty standard means, you know what I'm saying, getting your lip. Like, beauty standards, it means, that's what I said. For me, no, I just laying my edges down, put a little lashes on.
See, I think of beauty standards is when you turn on, I feel like America's beauty standards can't be too much darker than Mariah Carey. For one.
Well, I disagree because with Black Lives Matter, I feel like people are hopping on this bandwagon and trying to support black women.
But I feel like that ended really fast.
It's not that it ended, but it also provided opportunities for people to come on Instagram and on the TV, and now you're starting to see different things where it's like people are trying to appreciate black women more. You know what I'm saying? Is it out there as much as it should have been 20 years ago? Hell to no. But are they trying to make a difference? Yes. But do I think it's for clout? Yes. So I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, I agree with you.
Well, then we need to hop on this black woman bandwagon.
I mean, no, it's not even a bandwagon for us. It will never be a bandwagon for us because this is something that we wake up every single day, and I've been doing it for 26 years, where it can't be a bandwagon for me. This is what I will continue to do for the rest of my life. So yeah, it's something that we can hop on to continue to move forward. But I feel like you said, yeah, the Mariah Careys of the world, that's what our beauty standards are. And I don't even think
as far as just flat out standards, that's like even with like Netflix shows and things, I think it's getting diluted though, like a lot of.
But I'm gonna tell you, even with Netflix shows, they'll add a black woman in the show. But they're gonna add a black woman in the show, but she's gonna be with a white man. Why can't we see black on black love?
And brown or dark skin.
Why can't we see that black love? Like, they're gonna put that black woman on that commercial. She might be a light-skinned black woman, but she's gonna be with a white man.
And her hair texture is gonna be certain texture.
Yeah, they're not gonna put the real authentic, like what we really hardcore, what we really look like. But that's because they haven't even crossed that line in the industry.
Like we're still
so
not
where there
yet.
could be so many black writers to be on the mainstream thing, where there could be black producers and black directors. So that's a whole nother topic.
Well, and I'm saying in the 70s had the black exploitation, like those black, like Foxy Brown, you know, like all those like yeah, we had that like whole genre of just like. I feel like we're slowly gonna get into where we just have our own stuff, like
we are, but
because why do we need to if there's a whole like entertainment industry that doesn't really cater to us, like why do we need to be a part of that? Like again, not getting Oscars, not getting Grammys, like what is that? What is an Oscar? What's a Grammy? Why do we put so much value into those things when we have the BET, we Awards and Soul Train Awards, we don't take those as seriously. Why do you think, like...
First of all, we need our reparations. And until we get our reparations, I heard your question and I received your question. But the overall scenario of it is we need our reparations. In order for us to get where we need to be, to do what we need to do, I might hurt a lot of feelings, but even for a lot of different people that has come over to America, you know what I'm saying, like Jewish people, they got their
they are Hollywood.
They got their respect, you know what I'm saying. So for them, you know, when you think of rich people or people that are doing well, you also think of Jewish people you connected to, and I respect that, and they own that, and they respect themselves, and so I love that, you know what I'm saying, about those people in that community. But it's also like, damn, where's our respect coming in at? Our culture's stolen, you know what I'm saying? Our name, like everything is stolen. So we don't take pride in the BET Awards and stuff because everything's stolen from us, and we sitting over looking at the big screen like, I want that. And that big screen of I want that is the Grammys, it's the Emmys.
But why?
Because that's what we haven't got to a point where we totally have full ownership of everything.
But
that we want.
but this is what I'm saying. Like, it's literally the Grammys, all that. That's just like some made up shit. Like, it really means nothing.
Exactly. But what I'm saying
but
is, you haven't had black people really infiltrate until you can really come in. The BET Awards is all black. Yes, we love that. We know that. But BET Awards is something that just got founded a decade and a half ago. Versus the Oscars that has been there
since like the 20s,
exactly.
30s.
So
but
some
I mean,
people's
who cares?
favorite, but you're asking, but no, you're saying like when people have their favorite actresses, their favorite musicians and stuff. These are people that are coming from before the 80s, before the 70s, or you know what I'm saying, during those times. So those people they were getting Grammys. Those people they were getting. So people are like, if I could get a Grammy.
But a lot of them got snubbed though.
No, they did, but I'm just saying, like, if you just think about just different. Denzel Washington.
It has a
he's a huge actor.
But he was
so
like the first.
But before he even got an Oscar, or if he even got an award, he's looking at these white men that are getting, and he's like,
but he
damn.
But you know, why do we look at?
Because there was no really black man besides Sidney Poitier, yeah. Besides him, but you get what I'm saying. There's nobody that has been the first. Now we've come to a time in 2020. There's been the first, but I still think that people are still envious of like, I like that. Kind of like slaves, like it's like the people. I know I'm for real, but they get real. Like the actual slaves, like they looking at the slaves that's sitting in the house and like, dang, I want that. Like I really want that. Like I really want to be.
A little bit different.
No, it's not different. I mean, I'm not saying that we slave, but what I'm saying is,
I mean, not getting beat versus a fake trophy though, like.
But I mean, that's why I say it's really extending it. But you're talking about why black people want something that is solely for white people, and why black people don't want nothing. Why we don't just love what we already have. And I'm telling you, it's because we've seen the white people have it, and we're like, this is what we want. This is what we want because we see people that we think are superior to us. They have it. They have it. People that are making money, they have what we want, and so we're in like we want that. And so that's why I wasn't bringing up the two together because I'm just like they're sitting there looking like I want to be in a
I just
house
think we
like that.
should just not strive for trophy. You know, like I feel like we should.
I agree.
I think we should just be focused on building. Like we shouldn't be striving for some fake Hollywood golden statue that does. We should be more focused on building our own. Like the BET Awards have died, Soul Train Awards have died. If we had put
let's build it back up.
Yeah, so instead of put focus on some statue just for like a quick photo in a magazine, like what do you really get from that? We could be building up our own community, and you could be the king of the BET Awards. Like look at Will Smith. He's never won an Oscar, but when he hosts the BET Awards, if he just showed up to the BET Awards, he'd be the most famous person there. He'd be when they hosted that year. That was the best. Him and Jada, that was the best host.
I'm telling you.
And it's like you could be a kings and queens with your own stuff and not worry about what people who aren't inviting you to things that you're not. Like Tyler Perry, he said he had to create his own. He had to create, instead of begging for a seat at a table that he wasn't going to be accepted for, he created his own table.
Exactly.
People might say what they want about Tyler Perry, but he legit did everything that people are claiming we should be doing. So
exactly. And then even on top of that, to even bring it back up, now I want to talk about sports. This ain't something that wasn't even on my list. I want to talk about sports because there's a lot of people who black athletes who have D1 scholarships. When is somebody gonna say, look? Because I think the guy that he's from Dallas.
they should get paid.
He's the coach now at Jackson State. Deion Sanders. He's a coach now at Jackson State, and congratulations to Deion Sanders for that. But it's like, if more black people started infiltrating the sports industry and HBCUs, because see, I went to a HBCU, and so if D1's players say, look, okay, I know I may not get the recognition, but I'm just gonna go ahead and commit to a HBCU. If somebody got the courage. See, it takes courage. It takes that one. Like, who would be that one? And it takes a lot to be that one. And then somebody else say, you know what, I am.
But
then another person said, but they're not. They're thinking about the NFL. But just imagine if the HBCUs that HBCUs had the top D1 athletes come to HBCUs that are black. We would be on TV. It wouldn't be Duke. We wouldn't be watching Duke. We would be watching North Carolina A&T versus Alabama A&M University.
If you're good, no matter what team you're on, you're gonna be good. So you could go to the University of Alabama and be okay, be like, or you could go to A&M and be a star.
Absolutely.
I personally would rather be a star in a small town, like not a small town, but like just at a lesser known, college is not an SEC school. I'd rather be a big name there, build it up for my school, be like the king of the school, my picture everywhere. And then my thing is, if you're really good, the numbers speak for itself. They're gonna recruit you. If your numbers, so like, no matter what school you go to, it's all about the numbers. If they see that you have these numbers, and then with social media, you can market yourself and do all types of things. So like,
but
if you're good, you're good.
But people's head isn't that strong on, and you have to also realize too.
Parents.
People, no, and it's not even the parents too, because a lot of the parents that these black athletes are coming from, they're really the first out of their family to make it. So their family really kind of just happy that they've been able to put their child in that position to do something. But it really just goes back to who's really going to be the chosen one, who really wants to be that person and say, look, I'm about to lead the example now. We're about to light our HBCUs up to the point where we on the map. We on the map.
And then somebody was making a point that BET should air HBCU games. Like, they don't even do that. Like, they can do little stuff like that. Like, I mean, even, and we're holding.
But also, people have to realize, yes, BET is this black entertainment network, but then you have to also realize BET is also owned by Viacom. So Viacom is still predominantly white. So just because it's black entertainment, you have to realize this black entertainment is owned by a white affiliate company.
If this white company,
hold on, wait. They're and I've walked through BET. Like, I've walked through BET. I've walked through in New York, their headquarters. I've walked through Viacom, all of that. And when you walk through BET, you see people that look like you and me. You see minorities. You see all of that. But when you walk through Viacom, what you seen all them black people, it goes wrong.
But here's the thing.
So they're not thinking about it on that level.
Here's the thing. No matter who they're owned for, BET has shown. There's BET Uncut. They show Baby Boy 10 times. Was that? They show Baby. Currently, they show Baby Boy 50 times a day. But you're telling me they can't show HBCU, but they show Baby Boy.
But it's about structure. It's about what they have access to. I actually sat down. I'm not gonna name any names, but I actually sat down with people who is in charge of scheduling what plays what hour. And I
they need to stop playing the D's Family Reunion and play a HBCU football game.
But who is the company owned by?
Not Tyler Perry. Well, now, now it is.
I'm saying, but if you work a job.
But I'm saying, I get that. But I'm saying they're still showing black content. It don't matter. They're showing black content that is irrelevant. That's my point. It's not like
because they're not black.
But
they're not black.
But they're still showing black content.
But they're not black. So you have to say it's like a white person playing a black person song. They might be playing Crank That Soulja Boy and they dancing to it. It's 2020. We ain't listening to no Crank That Soulja Boy no more. But guess what? They're white, so they thinking that's the lit. They're not really hipped in our culture, what we hipped into right now. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, they playing Baby Boy 5 because they looking at the records like, we had this many impressions the last time Baby Boy played. We had this many people from all over the world. They're looking at Nielsen reports. So let's play Baby Boy again. Oh, we had remarkable. I'm just telling you how TV works. So they're not caring about, the culture don't want to see that. The culture not thinking about no Nielsen. The culture want to see this. Now let's check the report. They're not thinking like that because they're thinking on an analytical thing where this is what we're gonna play. And they also thinking of like, I don't know. I just know people that work there, and I've had conversations about literally what we're talking about. We can talk about it after. I just know this is being filmed, so I don't really want to get too into it.
I don't get it.
But yeah, it's crazy.
But again, the point though, what you're saying is correct. But I feel like we could do they can do better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just because they're owned by white people don't mean they can't do better. Like that's what's just.
I think the same thing.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not disagreeing or denying what you're saying. I believe that you walked through and seen those people, but what I'm saying is like they can do better.
I agree.
They need to do better. Like, but my original point is I just feel like they overall can do better. Need to do better. Like they don't put their focus into strategizing. They don't care, and that's the thing. Like they're not asking the population what would be best for us, and because clearly they had a good thing going, and then it just went downhill because they were trying to do new things. They got comfortable, they got rid of 106 and Park, and then it just went downhill.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a lot of different internal things that has went on, but I believe until somebody that is internally, they step up and say, hey, look, this is what our culture wants, this is what our culture needs, this is what we riding for, and this is what it's gonna be. To turn this network in the opposite direction, this is what it is. But I mean, for now we got the shade room, so
oh boy, oh but
that's what I'm saying. Like BT should be at a point at the forefront where they are expressing black. Like it should be a segment where every day at 4 o'clock
we
or
need to be all
6
there.
o'clock, 6 o'clock, breaking news. The Trump administration has an ICU.
It may be entertaining.
You know what I'm saying? Has done da. So we're black people, like it should be like how you tune in every day to watch your 6 o'clock news, your 5, your 11 p.m. nightly news. Like BT, they have the news where they ready to put this is the black culture news. The black culture news. And you know what? Don't even put this on the internet because I don't even want them stealing my ideas because I might have to sue somebody for that. Period.
So what do you think about like how friend groups? Back to like beauty and all that. What do you think about friend groups, like people who really kind of only are friends with people who look like them? I mean, 'cause you've seen like those groups, right?
Girl, them people fake.
It's really just all about who looks good in pictures. It's not real like genuine friends.
That's fake because I'm gonna tell you, it's only gonna last so long, and that's why so many females
and they fight.
They never. Because I'm gonna be honest, I'm 26 years old. I've never really fell out with females before, and I can say that I've never really fell out with a lot of females before. I have not, and if I have, I probably can count on my hand.
Yeah, I can count on my hand. Like,
not even on my hand. That's why taking away my thumb because and the reason.
But it wasn't anything I caused though. I feel like I've had problems with females, but I genuinely can say it wasn't my fault.
Yeah, no.
Like, cause sometimes you
I can see that you're not problematic at all.
Yeah, like I'm like it's really. I feel like I've had bad interaction with females who were insecure, and they took out their insecurities on me, and it turned into. But like my actual friends who like you got it going on, and I have no issues with them. Like I'm not, and if there is a problem, I'm not.
I'm her cousin, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Like I even talked about my roommate. Shout out to Rochelle. We were roommates for 5 years. We never had a big blowout.
Yeah.
We made there might be things.
Because I was real friends.
Yeah, or we just had respect, and like she was insecure, I was secure. We just had respect for each other, and we're not petty, and we like females. Like there's some girls are like, I don't like females. I ain't got no female friends.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there in your tracks. When somebody tells me they don't like females, they don't deal with females, they don't have friends, I put a big red flag and I stamp those people, and God lets me know that them are not the people for you, and I'm going to tell you why. If you're dealing with somebody that say I don't have friends, I don't deal with people, because at that point the issue is not the other people, it's them. It's them. You're not going to tell me you're going through life with no friends
that are females.
Like, and that's to go back to your original question, how do you feel about females that only deal with people that looks like them or act like them, blah blah blah. I feel like once again that's a fake mindset, because at the end of the day, it's good to hey girl, it's good to I'm with this person, it's good to turn up with them, it's good to cheers, let's drink, and that's good. But the way that we are as females, we're emotional. We need acceptance. You know what I'm saying? We need reassurance. You know what I'm saying? We need security. We need to just talk. So we like to gossip sometimes. So we need that. So just having somebody that just look good with us and just having fun.
And you can't trust them. Those type you barely can.
That means I can't even talk to you. Yeah, that
means you may not can bring around your man.
If I'm having a financial situation, if I'm having something with my partner, if I'm having family issues, if I'm going through school, I'm going through work, I feel like I can't talk to you because we really only talk about going out and gossiping and stuff. We don't really talk about real life issues, and so it's going to come to a point where we're just going to outgrow each other. And so that's why I always say those friendships are fake, and those friendships is really meaningless, because you're gonna end up outrunning that person, because you need more than just turning up. And like you said, I like to sit at home during quarantine. Maybe 5 years ago I could have dealt with them friendships, but now I'm closer to 30 than I am 20. So now I don't need them type of friendships.
I need friends that if I'm feeling down or I want to just do something, I can hit them
I need
up.
to call you, girl.
I can hit you up and be like, hey, I want to, like you for example, I can hit you up and be like, hey, like let's go here. You're like, sure, what day?
And we can sit there and we'll talk all day about her problems, about my
problems. And then we may not talk for like the next 6-7 days, but it's okay because we don't have to just.
Or not even that. We can be in each other's presence and not talking and not be uncomfortable. See, when you around people that you only turn up, if you're not talking, you kind of uncomfortable because you haven't already established. And that's just not just because we're cousins. There's friends that I talk to, and we'll be on FaceTime and we still doing our own thing on Instagram. But and then we'll pick back up and have a conversation going. Because those are people that you really establish.
Who can just talk all the time anyways? Who got time for that? Good luck. I can't stand people just talk.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got. Okay, I quit.
I think it's very. When I see groups of people who look the same, I'm like, I see what you're doing. I feel like, okay, I haven't really been that girl, but I had, like, in college, you do kind of get wrapped up. It's like, well, I take a few pictures of these girls when they're pretty, and you go into a bathroom, drunk bathroom, oh, you're so pretty, like, let's take, and like, I take a picture with girls that I do not know just because they're pretty. So I do get why they do it, but it's like, once you reach 20, after 24, it's really childish, it's ridiculous, and it's quite sad, actually.
Girl, just because is your credit good? Because
like, can you teach me something? Can I learn from you? What you got going on? You got any business plans? And usually they don't even do that. Literally, the most they got going on for them is the next guy they're with a lot of the time. So it's like those superficial people. It's like they're really just bouncing from. If you're superficial enough to only hang out with people because they look a certain type of way, you're just bouncing from what this person do for me. What this person
you don't want to be friends with me because I look like 95 different people in one day. Okay, because the way I woke up this morning,
when the way I answered the door,
I look like The Walking Dead. Okay, then when I came here, I look like Miss Congenial. What is the movie called? Miss America. How you doing? Right now, I look totally different than what I looked 3 hours ago. Because right now, I'm a little tired. We've been through the day. I'm about to look totally different in 2 hours. So if you better be friends with me because the way I look, go ahead and unlock the door yourself and let yourself out.
And I mean, my thing is like, when you got it going on, no matter what color, size, hair, whatever, you're gonna be attracted. Like you got it going on. Like you're just attracted. Like I don't really care what you look like as long as you got it going. I will say, you want to hang out with people who got it going on, but you ain't got to look like
you gotta have that style, you gotta have that steeze, you know what I'm saying? Or you gotta have a little finesse with you, you know what I'm saying? You that one friend, you got that little finesse, you know what I'm saying? You that little friend that you just good with people, good with people. We might walk up to the club and we don't know what's going on, but you got a great personality. You know what I'm saying? We're crazy.
But I'm saying you also need some people you look cute with, like walk to. You got to be big, got that little entourage, but it's really just about the confidence of the woman. It's not really about what you actually look like. Like that's just ridiculous. Because the girls that look good together, they're like the most insecure, and then you got the regular schmeggy looking people. They're confident, they got businesses going, and they're just here to have a good time. They don't really care what anyone thinks about what they look like. So focus more about what you got going on and what your friends got going on, what people got going on. That's all I'm saying. So what do you think about rejection? Like, as far, I guess, with looks?
With looks? Okay, well, I was thinking about something different.
Oh, what were you thinking about?
I was thinking more so about opportunities.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about that.
Because with looks, rejection with looks, I feel like, if I don't look a certain way for you, then I'm just not for you.
Yeah, good riddance.
I really can't do nothing about it. Like I can't make my boobs bigger. I'm too grown. Like what do you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? I can't be lighter. What you want me to do? Like you might have to choose the next person. As far as looks, I don't really have anything for that. As far as rejection, as far as opportunity though, I think that's really like a stinger right there, especially living in Los Angeles. I feel like a lot of people, when they get rejected, they feel like it's the end of the world. And you know what's funny? This is a little bit about me. I'm being a little selfish right now. But I actually have a folder in my laptop. And it's filled with job rejections.
Are you serious?
I'm so serious.
You're lying.
I'm serious. So I created it this year. So like when I was in grad school, I applied to so many different jobs, and I kept getting emails back like, sorry, you don't, you know when you get that email and that first
it's like the energy, like you can feel the energy.
You like, oh, I got a job from, I got a letter, I got an email from, and then we be like, sorry to inform you. Or,
first it's like, start with thank you very much.
I got those emails in a folder, and people be thinking I'm crazy. Like, what you got that email for? What you got that email for? Because it's a reminder for me to know that the door that closed in front of me wasn't the door that I was supposed to walk in anyway. And a lot of people not gonna really feel that. So I feel like rejection, sometimes that has to happen either one to humble you, or for two to let you know that that was never for you.
Yeah, I don't look at rejection as like a devastation. It's definitely not for you. Any time I've ever got like a rejection job, I don't get devastated about it, and I've always ended up in better. So,
and a lot of times when you got rejected and that door slammed in your face, a lot of times there was nothing even on the other side of the door. Now that's the word right there. There was nothing even on the other side of the door. So it's kind of like you're sitting up here crying, the door closed in my face, I'm supposed to get this opportunity, I'm supposed to get this big break, it's supposed to be my time, I'm supposed to be famous, put my family on it. But the whole time there was not even an opportunity behind the door.
They don't even have an opportunity.
The time that you're wasting crying, you could be doing what you're supposed to be doing with this door, and sometimes it won't even be a door open. Sometimes it'll be a window. Hello, that you gotta crawl through. And that's a whole nother topic right there.
Yeah.
But hold on, wait. I'm sorry.
No.
So go back to rejection. I think a lot of people. I just moved to Los Angeles in March, so seeing the homeless population for me.
Which is my next thing.
Seeing the homeless population for me, I literally start to thinking like, well, how many like people are out here that are homeless that got rejected because of whatever the case may be. Like I'm always thinking like, why did they get rejected? You know, I mean, why are they homeless? Are they homeless because they got rejected because of these reasons? Now I know that there's a billion other things, but it really goes to show that like in the entertainment industry, you'll see black actors and you'll be like, dang, I ain't seen them since Bad Boys, or since Boys in the Hood, or since Next Friday. And if we're saying that as a consumer watching a movie from the 80s or the 90s, they're probably feeling it. Like, I haven't had my next big break. The last time I was granted a leading role or supporting actress role was in the 80s or the 90s, and they're beating themselves up about it. They're not making no bread. They didn't go to school for anything. So it's like a lot of those type of people, they become homeless. You know what I'm saying? They commit suicide. They get on drugs. They get addicted to different things. And I feel like in this industry, that is huge. Like a lot of people, that's how these people, when you see musicians and stuff, they get on drugs and stuff. If you won a Grammy this year, and for the next 5 years you couldn't find anything to top it, what would you do? Starting getting addicted to
depressed.
stuff. You would be depressed because a lot of times in this industry, I feel like you're only as good as your last big break.
Yeah.
Your last big break. So if your last big break, you got 20 million for being in a movie, and then a decade later you ain't did another movie, you hurting.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine like just being like do one big movie and then you get rejection and you don't hear. I couldn't imagine. Like, I think that's also just good. Like, no matter what industry you're in, to have multiple streams of income. I mean, as older I get, the more I realize you have to have multiple streams of income. No, I don't care if you're an actor. I don't care if you're an actor or not. Write a book. Start a club.
Sell some t-shirts, boo.
Sell some lip gloss.
Sell some lace fronts.
Do something. Do not just
start a twerk class. Just being rational.
Do not just rest on your laurels of being an actor. And that's just within the industry. Don't just be a chef. Like, be a cook. You write a cookbook. Like, do other things. Like, nothing in life where you should just have one stream of income. Like, look at Oprah. She has.
Girl, we ain't gonna use Oprah because Oprah. For the past 5, 10.
But I'm saying she wasn't just.
She got 5, 6 figures.
She wasn't even just a talk show host. She didn't just rest on that. She did X, Y.
She made it happen. And with that being said, though, like, I thank Claire because she brought me here. I'm her guest, so I want to thank you. She got me out of my comfort zone, y'all. This is my first real YouTube video. I've done YouTube videos for classes, for school club, my master classes. I done YouTube dancing to Crank That Soldier Boy while I tried to get line on it back in the day, but this is my official first thing.
Wow, okay, well this will be the last. We'll be doing these like frequently. So yes, thank you for the first. Again, follow all of her socials, follow her future endeavors, and thank you again so much. And we are out. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Yay.